Mr. Cunningham.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, come on in. Every other row, every other seat, starting with 8th grade in the front. I appreciate that. Working back 7th and 6th. We get everybody seated at every other seat, please. Leave a seat open between you. All right, I'm going to hand it over to the MC of our ceremony, student president, Mr. Tyler Pluitt.
Sweet, thank you. Okay, before we start, can I ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance Okay, thank you for everyone for being here. This is the 2021 third quarter SOAR Awards, and yeah. Can I ask the boys basketball coaches to come up, please? So that's Mr. Bell, Ms. Kojal, and Mr. Espenscheid. What do you do when an elephant is on the basketball court? Yeah, just move out of the way.
All right, we're just going to give the 8th grade boys their participation certificate. I think we accomplished our goals of all of us learning quite a bit and getting quite a bit better. This group was probably the most obnoxious group I've ever coached, but they were also the sweetest and the best teammates with each other of any group I've ever coached. Ashton Bennett. Carson Busby. Driesman Green. Bill Hibbert. Aiden Vickery. Kayla Miller. Tyler Fluid. Kelby. Logan. Cole Walton. And Kale. Good job, guys. We'll be moving on to bigger and better things next year.
So before we do the 7th grade, I didn't really be able to watch most of them, but what I've heard is that they did really good. They really came out and played for every game. And yeah, can we get Zephyr Arterberry? Justin Iden. Hayes Espenscheid. T. Goodman, Joram McKenney, Josiah Savensky, Colton Springman, Saul Totmer, sorry if I say that wrong, Zeph Zuniga, Okay, can we get a 5-on-3? 2, 3.
All right, Coach Bell and Coach Kojal for the 7th and now the 6th grade couldn't be here today because they have class, but Coach Bell came over yesterday to sign these and wanted me to tell the 6th grade boys how much you grew over the season. He's very proud of you guys. He's excited to see what you guys can do in 7th grade. Keep shooting and keep coming out for basketball. So here we go. Colton Banks, Brandon Carey, Cactus Chrisman, Xavier Clifford, Barrett Dennison, Christian Dennis, Cash Hall, Lyle Morgan, Randy Newton, Wyatt Smith, Brogan Staley, and Finley Strong. Come on up, gentlemen. Now, unlike Tyler, I get to watch these boys play a couple games here at home, and they were always competitive. They were fighters. Throughout the course of the year, their improvement was tremendous, and they had a lot of heart and just a lot of good effort and growth throughout the year. Let's give them 3-on-3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, gentlemen. Gerardo Galvin, where are you at, buddy? Stand up. Sorry, Gerardo. I don't know if yours got stuck to the back of another one or just didn't get off the copier correctly. So I'll get you one. And Gerardo was also one of our 6th grade basketball stars. Up next, we have girls swimming. Coach Arthur was a coach, and these ladies who were on the swim team get to be with Coach Arthur on her final year of coaching. We're happy for her dedication and time she spent working with the swim program here in the district. And all I know is there was not a swim meet that these girls were not having a good time. Smiles on their face, laughing, supporting each other, on the deck cheering for one another. I never heard a negative word, and Mrs. Nugent can attest to that. She helped a lot with the computer, but these young ladies were always very, very supportive, polite, and fierce competitors in the pool. So here we go. Again, please hold the applause till the end. Chelsea Davis, come on up. Addison Kinnaman, Ava Sherbo, Randa Winery, Clary Bingham, Lizzie Brandt, Charlotte Delker, Maggie Jones, Katie Langlois, Gonna get caught up here for a second. Willow Lucero, Aurora Reese, Kamaya Runyon, Shelby Scott, Jolynn Jones, Addison Statham, Chelsea Wright, and Emma York. I don't know how many of you folks have been to the last swim meet, but there's always the tradition after the last swim meet. Chelsea, I see you shaking your head. Tell us what happens after the last swim meet.
All of the coaches and the swim team go and they jump in the dive tank together.
And what are the coaches wearing when they do this?
Their clothes, all of their clothes.
So we will try to get Coach Arthur back. We'll trick her into coming to that last meet for you ladies in her street clothes so we could try to get her to jump in with you another time. And while we're here, very proud of all these ladies, and a big thank you to all the parents of these young ladies. They spend a lot of time sitting in chairs, running the clocks for us at the swim meet. So let's give the swim team 5-on-3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. While these ladies are walking down, I'm going to ask Coach Nugent to please come up on the stage. Coach Nugent. Now, I know that I don't know if you heard, but coaching, refereeing some of those positions, or the adult in that position's in a tough place, trying to determine playing time, who should get it, where, how to make everybody grow throughout the year while still being competitive. And it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. And I found something out today that I don't think anyone was going to share with me, but little birdie flew into my office and let me know that through the Wyoming Coaches Association, Mrs. Nugent and Mrs. Kozel were selected as the middle school winter coaches of the year. So let's give Mrs. Nugent and Mrs. Kozel a big round of applause.
Could we ask Miss Olson to come up for the reading awards?
I have the Bookworm Awards for 6th and 7th grade for this third 9 weeks. And I have 8 kids who worked hard and got their points early and took care of all that, and they should be real proud of their efforts as well. Chelsea Davis, Finley Strong, Ariana Delgado, Cash Hall, Jacob Brown, Jada Banks, Saki Metter, and Sophie Marquardt. Actually, some of these earned their Bookworm quite a while ago. They just had to wait. They were like right after second 9 weeks. So they've been waiting patiently for their awards. So nice job for these guys. On 3, ready, go. Thank you.
Okay. Congratulations, guys. Can we ask Ms. Hibbert to do the Science Fair Awards?
All right. So Science Fair is optional, and it's something that students can choose to do. Normally, the kids have a big carrot hanging out there, and that is that they get to go to State Science Fair in Laramie. Of course, with COVID this year, like a lot of things that had to be adapted, and I was proud of my students. None of them dropped out of Science Fair when they found out that they wouldn't be eligible to go to Laramie if they won regionals. Both the regional and the state science fair were judged online. The students had a lot of paperwork they had to submit and revise and get ready, and a short video of their project, like a speech, that they had to actually record and submit, which involves not only the research of conducting their project and compiling it, but it's all the communication skills that you learn in language arts, the statistics skills that you learn in math, and the problem-solving skills that you learn in science, and bringing those together into one project. So I was really proud of the kids that followed through and accomplished that. So today I'm going to read their placing at regionals and their placing at state. We didn't do any placings at our local science fair. The local science fair was judged so that the kids could get feedback to prepare for state. But they didn't receive placings at our local science fair this year. So for animal science, second place at regionals and second place at state were Emma York and Chelsea Wright with their shrimp project. And if you guys can just come up and... In behavioral science, first place at regionals was Kamaya Runyon with her effect of the moon on animal behavior. And she was third place at state. They moved her to the animal science category for state, and she was third place at state. In the bioinformatics category, first place went to Adelie Cunningham, Tilly Evans, and Cadence Guest with their group project, The Effect of Genetics on Fingerprint Characteristics. They were also first place at state. Biomedical, first place at regionals went to Trisman Green for the effect of UV sterilization on cloth mask bacteria, and he was third place at state. Now, students that earned a state award, they got money for different awards, and I don't know exactly how much you got for third place at state, Trisman. Got $20 for third place at state. So third place at regionals went to Kelby Staley, the effect of natural antibacterials on E. coli. And that was also in biomedical science. In chemistry, second place went to Maggie Jones and Katie Langlois, and they studied the effect of eggs and baking, and they got third place at state in the chemistry category. In engineering and material science, first place at regionals went to William Hibbert. He engineered a wind splitter for semi-truck cargo trailers to reduce the effects of high crosswinds on semi-trucks. That's because we got snowed in last year at State Science Fair because the semis blew over on the interstate. So he received second place at state for that project, and then he received the U.S. Metric Association Award, the Wyoming NASA Space Grant Special Award, and the Institute for Aeronautics and Astronautics second place Junior Division Award. So all that combined, they sent him like a gift card with $105 on it. So in engineering, with a project in net gun safety, participating in our local and regional science fair was Ashton Bennett. Microbiology, first place at regionals, was Saki Meter. Where's Saki at? He did an effect, T4 colophages on colonies of E. coli. It's basically breaking down E. coli with T phages. And he got second place at state for that project. Zeph Zuniga and Hayes Espenscheid got second place in microbiology at regionals for their project on bacteria, decreasing bacteria in steaks using marinades. And then they got a University of Wyoming Department of Mathematics and Statistics third place junior award at state. In robotics, Cactus Chrisman participated at local science fair, and he did an engineering robotics project with Legos. In plant science, third place at regionals went to Jolynn Jones. She studied the effect of pH on plant growth. And then second place at regionals went to Caleb Miller. He studied the curing of mosaic virus on pinto bean plants with LED lights. And then Cale Espenscheid and Cole Walton, they They were the overall winners for the regional science fair at Rock Springs, which means they each won a full tuition scholarship to the Rock Springs to the Western Wyoming Community College if they choose to use it. And so they were the first place winners in plant science at the regional science fair. They were the overall winners for the entire science fair. Their project was how much does water quality account for grass growth and creek water versus return flow water, and they did a lot of their research in the summer. For the state, they won the Lisaire Environmental Incorporation Award. They also won the Laramie Rivers Conservation District Award and the Rocky Mountain Water Environmental Association Award. So they did great at state too. So I hope that next year a lot of you guys consider, let's give them a round of applause because that's pretty cool. I hope next year that you consider doing an independent research project. It can be something that you're passionate about and something interesting to do. And I'm really proud of these kids and for the extra effort that they put into it. And let's give them 3 on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job, you guys.
We'll move on to the wrestler honor roll, and this is for 6th grade. So first up, we have Jacob Brown, Brendan Carey, Jaden Costello, Barrett Jennison, Dylan Foster, Cash Hall, Braden Losick, Sophie Marquardt, Randy Newton, Lyric Peterson, Abigail Pinkerton, Ava Sherbel, Josh Sherbel, Brogan Staley, Quentin Stansel, Finley Strong, and Randall Winery.
All right, 6th graders, third quarter, what does it mean to be on the Rustlers honor roll? Go ahead, Finley.
You're smart.
You're smart, yeah. Yeah. That was very good. That was a very good answer. Does anybody know the requirements to be on the Rustler honor roll? Oh, man. Here we go. Down here.
Get 2 or less attention.
Oh, that's for sure. Let's go with my 8th graders down here. 8th graders, what does it mean to be on the Rustler honor roll? I'm going to check with Mrs. Olson back here. I was looking at her head. Mrs. Olson, you agree? It's 3.0 or above, correct? Oh, that's coming up. This isn't the A honor roll. This is the 3.0. Hello is very close. It's the B average. So I'm very proud of this group of young men and women. How many of you have been up here all 3 quarters? Anybody been up here all 3 quarters? So lots of familiar faces up here. I thank you for your pursuit of academic excellence. Please keep it up. Let's give them 5 5 on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you very much. Go on. Have a seat. Thank you, and congratulations for being up here. Now we are going to move into the 7th grade Rustler Honor Roll. And there is an A honor roll, and that is kind of towards the end. We're doing the 3.0 honor roll right now. So Mr. Pluid is going to read these names for me.
To start off with the 7th grade Wrestlers Honor Roll, we'll start with Briley Bailey.
That's a thick stack, isn't it, Mr. Pluid?
Just a little bit.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of them.
Clary Bingham, Nate Brown, Addie Cunningham, Tucker Daly, Haley Dennis, Justin Iden,
Congratulations, Mr. Randall. We're so happy to be here.
Leah Frazier,
Addie.
Cadence Guest,
Mr. Daly, congratulations. Good job.
Addison Kinningham, Harley Lish, Addie Losick, Jordan McKenney, Aubriana Nunn, Gage Peden, Kian Pelham, Aurora Rees, Scotty Ring, Kamaya Runyon, Canyon Shell, Sierra Smith, Saul Todemeyer, and Zeph Zuniga.
Sorry, Addison, you got placed in the wrong stack. You're out there. We'll get you back in the right one. All right. So I apologize to Addison Losick. She somehow ended up in my 7th grade stack of papers there. She should be in the 8th grade, so we'll see her up here in a minute. But to my 7th graders, again, thank you for your pursuit of academic excellence. I appreciate your hard work, your dedication to being here, getting work done, checking in with teachers, and getting the support you need at home and here to be up here today in front of the rest of the student body. Let's give them 5 on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations.
Congratulations, 7th grade. Now we'll move on to the 8th grade Russell's Honor Roll. To start off with is Ashton Bennett, Harvey Dressel, Bill Hibbert, Addison Losick,
Again, twice. Good job, Addison.
Caleb Miller, Carla Montez, Jonathan Myers, Bo Penfield, Tyler Pluid, Madi Sembrano, Danielle Silvas, Kelby Staley, Aiden Vickery, Micah Strong, Cole Walton, and Kendra Willoughby.
All right, 8th graders getting ready to move on to the high school. We're striving to finish strong here at the middle school. Very proud of you. Thank you for your hard work. Let's give them 5-on-3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we are to the A Honor Roll Certificate. This one here is pretty easy. This is our students who had all A's in every single class. Very, very glad to see a pretty good stack of A Honor Roll certificates up here. So this is the students who follow all those core values. Not that everyone else doesn't, but they don't take shortcuts. They put in the time and effort needed and excel. Go for excellence in everything. Here we go. Jada Banks. Xavier Clifford. Chelsea Davis. Gerardo Galvin. Reba Penfield. Wyatt Smith. And Josie Wilson. Come on down. Congratulations, Josie. All right, our 6th grade A Honor Roll students. 3-on-3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. All right, as they're returning to their seats, we'll start calling down our 7th grade members. Mabry Dennison, Tilly Evans, Teague Goodman, Cody Green, Maggie Jones, Katie Langlois, Willow Lucero, Saki Mether, Shelby Scott, and Caitlin Shreve. All right, our 7th grade A honor roll students. Let's give them 4 on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you. All right, and our 8th grade A on the roll members are Caden Clifford, Chelsea Wright, and Emma York. Please come on down. I'm not trying to put down the 8th grade. I know we got a very intelligent group of young men and women, but one of these folks up here just said, there's only 3 of us? So I think that should be a good challenge for you, the 4th quarter. With we're calling these up, I'd like to see everybody be up here. But man, 8th grade, here we go. Let's see if we can do this 4th quarter. But right now, let's give these 3 who did get it 5 on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. I appreciate it. All right. I think we're doing good on time. Here in my hand, I have the SOAR members for the 3rd quarter. When I was up here talking about the Rustlers on the roll, we kind of went into SOAR just there for a second. Who can remind us, what do you need to do to be a SOAR member? Helen.
You need a 2.0 grade average.
2.0 GPA.
No more than like 2 detentions.
No more than 2 level 1 office referrals. Or
No level 2 office referrals or higher.
no level 2s or higher. That this year, that is it. There used to be an attendance piece, but with the COVID, we removed the attendance piece. So, instead of having everybody come up here, because it takes a while, I am going to read your names off if you are on the SOAR, if you are a SOAR member for the 3rd quarter. Now, I want you to make sure you're paying attention, because you know what happens tomorrow. Anybody know what happens to me tomorrow in the lunchroom? Kato, say that. Everybody comes up and says, Mr. Carpenter, did I make SOAR? So, please, listen, we're going to start with 6th grade. Okay, listen for your name. If you hear your name, you are a SOAR member. Now, if you do not hear your name and you have a question about why, please come see me, and we can look at and I can tell you why you did not make SOAR, so we can work on it for the 4th quarter. Okay, here we go. 3rd quarter, 6th grade. Colton Banks, Jada Banks, Jacob Brown, Brandon Carey, Jaden Castillo, Cactus Chrisman, Xavier Clifford, Chelsea Davis, Ariana Delgado, Barrett Dennison, Christian Dennis, Dylan Foster, Gerardo Galvin, Cash Howe, Addison Kinnaman, Braden Losick, Sophie Marquardt, Lyle Morgan, Randy Newton, Reba Penfield, Lyric Peterson, Abigail Pinkerton, Ava Sherbel, Joshua Sherbel, Wyatt Smith, Brogan Staley, Finley Strong, Randa Winery, and Josie Wilson. Let's give our 6th grade SOAR members a big round of applause. Thank you to all SOAR members. We will continue with 7th grade, and I'll give you a little advice afterwards, okay? 7th grade SOAR members include Bradley Bailey, Clary Bingham, Lizzie Brandt, Nate Brown, Adelie Cunningham, Christian Davis, Caden Day, Charlotte Delker, Mabry Dennison, Hallie Dennis, Jason Durant, Justin Iden, Hayes Espenchad, Miranda Evans, Leah Frazier, Teague Goodman, Cody Green, Maggie Jones, Katie Langlois, Harley Lish, Willow Lucero, Saki Mather, Aubriana Nunn, Kian Pelham, Aurora Reese, Scotty Ring, Kamaya Runyon, Canyon Shell, Shelby Scott, Caitlin Shreve, Sierra Smith, and Zeph Zaniga. Let's give our 7th grade SOAR members a big round. All right, here we go with our 8th grade SOAR members. For the 3rd quarter, Jared Anaya, Ashton Bennett, Carson Busby, Caden Clifford, Harvey Driesel, McKinley Garrett, Trisman Green, Bill Hibbert, Jolynn Jones, Helen Lauder, Aiden Vickery, Addison Losick, Caleb Miller, Carla Montez, Karina Morales, Jonathan Myers, Tyler Pluid, Marty Sombrano, Dominic Sanchez, Aray Savinsky, Danielle Silvas, Charlie Smith, Kelby Staley, Addison Statham, Micah Strong, Logan Tinoco, Cole Walton, Sienna Whiterock, Zeus Whitman, Kendra Willoughby, Chelsea Wright, and Emma York. Let's give them a big round, please. All right, so SOAR this year, the GPA I don't think has eliminated anybody from SOAR this year, but the behavior is a big part of being a SOAR member, and I'm very proud to see so many names on here because that means there are a lot of good choices being made by a lot of students here. So please continue to do that. If you're not on it this quarter, remember that each quarter you have the opportunity to be a SOAR member. So please strive to do that. It is almost the end of our presentation, but I would like to ask Mr. Bell to please come up on the stage with me. Mr. Bell, do you mind walking up here? There's a tradition that started way before my time, like Mrs. Olson's time here at the middle school. She might have started it, but there's a tradition at the middle school for staff members who are retiring to celebrate their last. And this kind of came to me as I was walking in here today. So Mr. Bell's going to be disappointed that I don't have a big prize or an award for him. But Mr. Bell, today after school, will be leaving for his last trip to Washington, D.C. with our 8th grade students. Mr. Bell, how many years in a row have you made this voyage from here to Washington, D.C. with our 8th graders?
30 trips.
30 trips. Woo! 30 years. So, while I have him up here, I want to celebrate him for that. He's walking away from me. I think he's scared. But I also want to ask you 8th graders to, let's go out with a memorable, and a fun trip. Take care of him. He's not as young and spry as he was 30 years ago on this trip. So when you're at the airport, don't be afraid to carry his bag for him. Don't be afraid to refill his drink when you're at the restaurant, things like that. So please, let's take care of Mr. Bell. And to thank him for his 30 years of packing. Oh, man. What's the biggest trip you took, Mr. Bell? You have any idea? 42. 31 this year. So let's give Mr. Bell a big round of applause and appreciation for his dedication. All right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Bell, for this year. I just want to thank Mr. Bell, our 8th graders, our families. Big thank you to Mrs. Hoffman for all she has done in the making this trip happen today. I know it's been a challenge and perseverance, and so with fingers crossed and everything aligning, tomorrow morning all of our 8th grade students will be getting on that plane with Mr. Bell and Mrs. Nugent and Mrs. Penfield and Ms. Mather to head to Washington, D.C. Thank you, Mr. Bell, for your dedication to our students. We appreciate you. One more time for Mr. Bell. And Mr. Bell wanted me to remind you in all of your excitement that you will be getting up at 3:30 a.m. tomorrow to head over to the airport for your 6 o'clock flight out to Washington, D.C.
Okay, I want to thank everyone for coming. Thank you, parents, for coming to or watching this. I believe this is the closing of the 2021 third quarter SOAR Awards. So, thank you.
All right, thank you, Tyler, for being our MC for the day. Here's how we're going to release today. I'm going to have the 8th graders. Mr. Bell, would you like them to head to your room now, all the 8th graders? All the 8th graders with Mr. Bell and Mrs. Nugent will head to Mr. Bell's room to start organizing for your departure. Eighth graders, have fun, be safe. We will see you next week. Seventh graders, you may head to your 8th period class. We only have a few minutes to pick up our belongings and head on out of the building.